Hello there guys and girls, welcome back to Satisfactory Early Access. We're still in the forest, getting things set up, and yeah, slowly getting towards some decent automation. So let's see where we are with things. We're researching utility, which should give us plenty of nice stuff, including the lookout tower and biofuel. Okay, so at the end of the last episode we made the beginning of our smelters. And we have one being fed. So we need to do some optimization with this, but I think first I want to start the very beginning of the shop, or shopping mall if you will. A mall, as Catherine of Skye would say. It would be a bunch of cargo containers that are being fed by a factory all of the things that we need to unlock stuff. So a crate for plates, crate for rods, crate for screws, etc. And that will be the first section of our factory. That'll be what it's going to be making to start with. So I'm going to reverse engineer everything. I'll build it all backwards so we can work out how much we need and how many machines we need each time. Working backwards to work forwards in this case, like you do in Factorio, if any of you have tried that. It's a good way to build stuff if you're not sure on how much of stuff you're going to need. If you build it backwards, you can count up as you go. So yeah, let's have a look at what we actually have. I think we'll need to get some limestone, because we're going to need concrete. Yeah, we have basically none. So let's scan for limestone and hunt some down. That's some up on that hill, I take it. I'll go to this one down here because, yeah, looks like it's on our level. Oh, we have a flashlight now, finally. Not that we need it, it's morning. Purple morning. Okay, luckily we have these put down. Gives us a fair amount. So, I think we can process all of this and then we can start making the beginning of the mall. And as we're making the mall, it will eventually form out the entire factory, so I'm hoping this should work quite well. So I'll just process all of this and all the leaves and wood. Okay, finish up the rest of this ore. Okay, now have we actually unlocked the containers yet? Don't think we have. Or did we? Let's have a look. Yes, we do. That's good. So let's place, what are we missing? Plates. Make some iron plates up quickly. So if we just supply one box with something, that should put the basis down for how our machines are going to be laid out. So should we put them here? I don't want to take up too much space. Let's put it sort of here. Let's assign that to 0. So we want a row. We'll have a row of them going along with double stacked, and each one will have fed a different part. So we'll start with this one. So we know our target. Now we need to know where it will be constructed. So I think before we proceed with that, actually, we'll unlock the milestone, because we really need to get lookout towers to make your life a lot easier. Set that one to iron for now. But we can feed both of those with this but we need splitters in order to share the load. At the moment that's producing 120 a minute, but the belt at this speed can only deliver 60 per minute, so that's a limitation. But these only take 30 per minute, so we can split, even when it's 60, we can split that into two, feed two smelters with that. But as I said, we need a splitter and a merger technology to be able to actually make that work. So yeah, not using much power at the moment, which is great. So let's craft all of this. I'm going to put down another miner, portable miner here. So we can feed both of the machines. Where does that get us to? Another 46. Still need plenty of rods as well. Hopefully we'll be getting lights at some point. What's actually in this? There's just one. Or we will keep him. Still going to give him a name when I can think of something good. There we go, he's full up now. So we'll chock him full of ore so he can sit processing as well. There's two of them. How's our power situation? So you can look at a power pole and it will tell you the current power situation. So this is our capacity, 400 megawatts. This is what we're currently using on and off, because things, I think the smelter's turning on and off, or the miner's turning on and off, sorry, because it's not flowing as fast as it could be. But yeah, that's quite useful now. It actually tells you the figures of how much power you're using. Didn't do that in the test weekend, which was a bit confusing at times. Well, not confusing, just it would have been nice to know exactly how much power you had left. Okay, so we'll just wait for him to fill up. Okay, so let's top these back up, take the ingots. Okay, and go make some more stuff. Okay, so that's 46 iron plates, and we just need another 115 iron rods. Not quite enough this time, but only a few more and we should be there. And then hopefully after that we won't need to handcraft anywhere near as much. Maybe a little bit just to get the things going we need to make that possible. Okay, well that should be enough. Just need those towers because they're so helpful. Okay, so that should now allow us to unlock the tech. Launch the pod. Let's watch our ship taking off.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures.
I want to stand underneath that, that's for sure.
Needed to build basic factory infrastructure. Additionally, the biofuel blueprint will ensure improved fuel consumption of biomass burners. Additionally, you can now build the space elevator, which is integral to your contribution to project assembly.
Oh, the space elevator. Where are we going to put that? Right up there. That would be interesting, but quite an ordeal. Right, so the research bench. So this is where you can place things you found around the map, usually organic things, and you can have them analysed, and they can give you access to new technologies that you can unlock. More parts to spend. So we can place in things before you research them, just so you know they're in there. We have a carapace, I think we do in storage. We need 5 more petals as well. Let's just take those. Okay. So petals in. Let's do that first. Done the pale bearer, we can't select anything else now. So that will take 4.5 minutes, and then we'll come back and it will give us a result of the analysis. So here we are, biofuel. So yeah, I'm just going to change all of this into biofuel, because why not? Oh, let's store all. Wish you could take all of one item. Probably is a way, but I don't know. But yeah, this is all going to turn into biofuel, which is more energy efficient. Oh, we need to actually make some space to put some fuel into. There we go. Oh, got some leaves there. We can use some wood. Okay. Well, that
The
sure...
MAM has completed its analysis.
Excuse me. Wow, that sure took a while. But now we have 1800 biofuel. Lovely. We will be setting up machines to make it for us, so we just collect the leaves and wood and put it in a box, and it will feed and come out to another box as biofuel. But for now, that's helped us out. So let's get our parts back, stuff that we need. Take the carapaces and we'll put... I don't think we put one in last time, did we? Because we'd started the research. So let's put these back in. We'll take the plates. Oh, we definitely want our zapper. Don't want that. And we'll take 2 miners. Oh, and our concrete and our cables. Okay, so let's put down a lookout tower. So I'll plonk it there for now. And we'll put another one over here as well. Spin him round. So we're going to have plenty of fun with that ladder, that's for sure. But I have an idea of how to make things a bit easier. So let's get ourselves a bit more in the way of parts, so we have stuff to build with. Let's grab all of this. Oops, wrong button. And top them up as well. Or at least top up the slave one. Okay. Okay, so let's sort these out. Okay, so before we go, I will convert the fuel from our power generators over to the biofuel rather than the mass. So let's take that out, put that in. We've got until the bar runs out before it will realise, oh, I can't fuel anything. So we'll just wait for that one to renew. Take it out, put that in. And convert these over, why not? Let's get the excess we have in case that can be used as well. Yeah, looking good. Okay, yep, use the extra little bit, that was worthwhile. We have plenty of fuel. That's not going to be enough, but for now that is definitely pretty decent. And now we're able to actually see what we're building. It really is something I would recommend using these towers. I do like the restriction of being in first person perspective, because it's that element of immersion and realism. You have to problem solve and, you know, use things like this to make it work, make it happen, make it feel okay. So that's going to be our iron box. We're going to have several of these here, maybe double stacked. So let's put down a couple more. You can hold down control to align things. Usually works pretty well. Let's put another one there. Oh, that was the wrong way round, wasn't it? Always look at the arrows, and they are not the right way. We want these things coming in and stopping. So this first factory will just be to supply us stuff by hand, and then we'll expand and build another factory to supply the space elevator and so on. But along the way we're going to have to be finding new nodes to bring in more ore to make stuff from, so it should be pretty interesting, and challenges what I'm after, so fingers crossed. So the next thing is we need somewhere for constructors and somewhere for assemblers eventually. We'll do the constructors first because they're the things that turn processed materials into parts. Assemblers then turn two different parts into a more advanced part. So first of all we need to know where we're going to be putting our constructor area. So our smelters are coming along here, you can just about see there without falling off. They'll be sort of in a column there. So we want our constructors not too far away, but perhaps across here. So let's have a look. So here we are, green arrows out, so we want them facing more this way. Now I'm going to think afterwards some of it's going to come back here, so I have to take that into consideration as well, and also take into consideration leaving access for vehicles and for us to get through. So we also need some more parts to be able to make these. So oh no gosh darn it. Okay, so yeah, we need reinforced iron plates to build constructors, so we will have to spend some of our valuable plates on those. I have plenty of screws from the last episode still, so let's make all of those. Well, not all of them, nearly all of them. In fact, we should probably get some more plates on the go now. And we can use the opportunity to top up our iron anyway. This is going to be a lot more efficient when we get back to it. So, grab that. The first stage of the mall. I'll just call it the mall. Thanks, Catherine Sky. If you haven't heard of Catherine Sky, she does a great channel on YouTube. Plays games like this, plays a lot of Factorio, and also lots of other charming games, usually production chain related. And yeah, very decent YouTuber. Hats off to you, Catherine Sky. So, and yes, I put your tag in when I applied for my key. When I bought the alpha, I mean the early access. So we need plates. I'm digressing. Okay, so process that all into some plates, some more rods, and then turn some of those rods into screws, and then turn some of all of that back into, or down, turn some of that into reinforced iron plates. So that should be enough to get us going now. Hopefully we can get at least some stuff being automated, which will give us the basis to, you know, put some more foundations into the factory itself, such as power lines and things like that. So it's like the beginning of something we can expand on. So let's bring up a menu and put down a constructor. Okay, so I think maybe we'll try and keep our roads to where these paths are, so we'll always keep those bits clear. So let's perhaps make a column along like this, leave a bit of space. Perhaps like this. Okay, so that's going to be just plain old iron plates, and it's going to go into our box. So let's get that hooked up and working. See if we can get the ladder this time. Oh, no. It's, yeah, strange. But we can put stuff to break our fall soon anyway. So let's configure this. Iron plates. Needs 15 per minute, which isn't very many. But as soon as we found a green power slug, we will be able to start underclocking and overclocking our machines and getting the most out of our power. So let's start the power lines for this column. So we want a power pole here. That's going to be the power pole for the first two machines. And we want a spine. Let's start it around here. This would be the main link from our power, which this will change because we have to build a power station soon anyway, because we won't be just using these two generators forever. We'll be actually making a dedicated power system, like a power plant if you will. So let's connect him up. He can be connected to the second constructor when I place it down. So connect that to the spine, which is going to go back to here. And on to here. So that's like our primary out from the power stations to this area. That's our main link. I'm kind of making these terms up, trying to make it sound like it makes sense. So, working backwards, we'll come from our box here. Oh, we'll place down some poles because we need to come over the pathway here. So let's think about this. Don't get too much of a drastic angle because it won't like it. So if we go up there, and we need the chainsaw to take some of this down, but it will probably clip through fine for now. Let's try and get it lined up. So about here. So now we should be able to come out, round, up, over, in, and off we go. Well, didn't line those up very well, but that will do for now. Okay. So yeah, we left ourselves access. This is high enough to allow at least the tractor through, the smaller vehicle. Probably definitely not the larger vehicle. Spoiler alert. Right, so we just need iron ingots to be transported over here. So let's have a look at what this actually outputs. 30 a minute. So this is enough to actually feed 2. So we can have, once we have our splitter, we can feed 2 plate makers to feed that box. We will need lots of plates, so I think it will pay off to actually have 2. So there's another path, so we'll come over this. I will cut some of this back when we get the chainsaw. There's plenty of flora in this biome, so I'm not too worried about taking away too much. Okay, let's try and get this one a little bit more straight than the other one. But we'll have a slight kink. Where are we? Yeah, that's probably about right. Right side. Oh, what are we missing? Plates. Let's do another round. This is a nice place. I do like this very nice little nook in the hills. Didn't top it up last time. Whoopsie. It's all good. Actually put some of these into the constructor to make for us. There we go. And they will feed back round to our little shop here coming up, our mall. Okay, so that might be enough to make the link now. If not, we can just fish some out of this constructor we've set going. Enough for there, and ooh, not quite, well, not at all enough. Need another 6. We have plenty there. Oh no, we took the wrong thing out. Of course, they're being fed into the box. Wondering why they weren't stored there. There we come. Through the bushes. Is that enough? Yeah, I think that was enough. Boom. There we are. First parts are now automated. Completely inefficiently, I will say, because we haven't unlocked the ability to fine-tune it, but we are being fed plates nonetheless. We will need iron rods next. But first, we will need splitters to really make that happen. I don't want to build too much and undo it, even though we can. Removing any building gives you all of the parts that you put into it back. So you don't have to worry about wasting when you're moving stuff around. Process these up quick. And all of this. So let's have a look what splitters are going to cost us. Select the milestone. Yes, lots of plates and rods. Got all the wire. But now at least we can do stuff and come back to plates being made. So I think right now I want to look for a green power slug, but we did actually remove our equipment workshop, which we need in order to build the tool which will allow us to find a green power slug, or at least help us to find one. So what did that need actually? Let's actually think about what we're doing here. Let's add it to the shopping list. So you see at the side there now, it tells me everything I need to be able to build one, which is plates and rods. So let's do another round. Well, this babysitting won't go on for much longer. I keep saying that, I know, but we just need more logistical capabilities, such as splitters and mergers. Right, so let's build our equipment bench again. So we need one of those. So we'll just put it there for now. This isn't final. I'm sure we'll be moving the hub again before long. So, object scanner. We need beacons. So let's build 3 beacons. And then we can build an object scanner using some of our precious reinforced iron plates, but it's worth it. This thing, well, it's kind of like a hot and cold meter as to how to find stuff. So we can use the once we research the ability to scan for other things, we can use the mouse wheel to select different things to scan for. We see in the bottom left corner there, scanning for power slugs. So if we move around, you can hear it started beeping. So it's telling us in this direction generally there is probably a power slug. Well, there is a power slug. So if we follow this, let's take it up to a run. We can collect some limestone whilst we're there. Oh, I think it might. Yeah, there's one up there. Look, see the little twinkles. Okay. So we'll collect some limestone while we're out here. We probably should get some copper as well. Oh, it's picked one up. So yeah, we'll head over to our copper mine quickly as well. Picking another one up here. Probably up on that hill, I expect. They're never easy to find. Not particularly, anyway. Oh, this one might be in the water. Oh, it's there. Okay, let's try and find a way around to get up. It looked like this way. There might have been a way up the hill. And just come back round the top. Maybe get up here. Oh, this is so nicely made. So it kind of isn't obvious. It doesn't look obvious that you could get up there, but if you try and get the right angle, it's quite possible in certain places. Getting warmer. Oh, is this another place we could have got up? Oh no, it's just a random crevice. Is it up on that part? Or here? No, it's there. So we have another hill to climb. Oh, this world is just fantastic. It looks and sort of feels so... Oh, we just fell quite far. Feels so good, so like natural. Handcrafted is the way. What we get? Climby, climby, climb. Oh, that's an enemy. Run away! Oh, there's a few here. It's like a nest of them. Don't fall off now. Run! Oh, we gotta hold it down. Oh, we haven't got any space. Drop these leaves before we die of poisoning. jump. We survived. That wasn't very deep. It's quite lucky. Oh. Ooh, what's this? Turn our torch off there. Bacon agaric. Oh, agaric, yeah, mushrooms. Okay, so we got a green power slug, that's the main thing. I'll just drop that random ingot so we can take a sample of this and have it analysed in our research lab. So, yeah, let's head back now and put our object scanner away because it makes lots of noise. Wow, look at that under the archway, that's cool. We shall have to venture up there at some point and get that one. Okay, so let's see how many plates we've got in here. Nice stack of 100. Oh, yeah, we've got no room. Would be nice if it would shift-click stack them. I'll come back for the rest of those. In the meantime, let's see what we researched from the flower petals.
R&D wishes me to tell you these colored petals are useful for two things: dating and creating color cartridges. Mandatory reminder that you are under 24/7 surveillance. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
So I think that's given us the paint gun, I think. So I think we definitely do the power slug first, because that will allow us to adjust the power settings of our machines. I didn't actually do that in the test weekend. Well, I think I did unlock it, but I didn't actually adjust anything. I didn't realise how useful it can be. So, I have all the limestone and copper that we got, so I'm going to process that here now by hand. Oh, I cannot wait to have all these things delivered pre-made to our mini mall. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so we still need some more iron rods and plates. Plates are being made still, luckily, so let's continue feeding our machine. I hope by the next episode we should have at least plates, rods and concrete being made. But yes, it's a fairly slow process, but it's a process, so I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying taking the time to make things, you know, so we can access through. Because when I played the test weekend, I was building away happily, but then when I need to get to places, like get through the factory, I'm just constantly being blocked by things, and it's just like, oh, this isn't fun to be here. It's just a pain. So I'll take the extra bit of time to try and make things look a bit, look a bit more organic and feel and work, you know, have accessibility in an ergonomic fashion. So let's grab our plates. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let's just sort that now. Okay, so chock to the brim with stuff. See if we can't put anything away. Oh, don't we need that, that. Okay, that'll be okay for now. Let's see how our analysis is doing. Green power slug is complete.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into a power shard that functions with current fix-it technology. Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 1.
Yay! Okay, so we'll analyse an alien carapace, because the research from this will be very useful also at some point. We're not doing too badly on the offensive front at the moment. Not too much is trying to kill us, not at least around here anyway, but I'm sure as we go to explore to find more patches for mineral extraction, we will come across lots more baddies and things that just want to kill us. So let's make some more odds and get this research done. Okay, so now we should be in the position to finish this research. Hooray! Fantastic. Off we go.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge and split to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory.
Oh yes.
The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
Good stuff. Bon voyage. Okay, so straight on to overclock production, which is only a small amount of stuff. I think we might be able to afford that now. Oh, we have to wait till the pod's returned from orbit or from its rendezvous. So, meanwhile, we can start thinking about optimizing this a lot better. So, 60 a minute on these speed belts, and these take 30. So we can feed both of these with this one conveyor. So let's take these back. Kind of want to redo this anyway, it's a bit tight and pokey. We can make it look smoother than that. So let's chuck the ore that we just got from doing that off. Well, when you remove the belts, you get all of the ore or any of the items that were on the belts put straight into your inventory. So we can whack that lot in there. Take the ingots. So we want to share 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So it's a splitter. Put these on the hotbar as 8 and 9. So a merger. So we want our one output. Should be using a watchtower. Why aren't we using a watchtower? Let's put down. Let's put this in our bar as well as 7. And put it right. What's there? Not too many trees, so yeah, let's go right there. Put our torch on so we can see stuff. Climby climb. Okay, that's quite high, but it should be okay. Right, let's put down the the merger first. So, oh no, it's a splitter. Sorry. So we want it basic. I want to try and keep things kind of nice. So let's bear in mind this pathway. We won't be leaving this tower here. So we could go something like this. Let's put a pole down here. Connect that up to there. Up to, what are we missing? Oh, it's too steep. That's a bit too close. Let's move that back. Still have plenty of room there, so no drama. Still be able to get a tractor through if we have to. Is that going to be a bit wonky? I think it might. That's alright. Yeah, still too steep. Okay, let's rethink this a little then. Stretch it out, make it further back. Okay, so let's come over to here, shall we? About there. And move that to about here. Let's try that. There we go, boom. So that could go to there, that could go to there. The belt direction is usually automatically determined by what you're connecting it to, but if you're connecting it from a conveyor pole, then it's the direction you're pulling it to will be the direction it's set. That can get confusing sometimes when you're connecting stuff and it's going the wrong way. It's because you've started from a conveyor pole laying the conveyors and you've started it in the wrong direction. So be aware of that. You could just replace it and it's fine. So now let's see our wonderful iron ore going into our very first splitter, evenly separating them to the amount that they actually require, that they can actually process efficiently. We could also underclock the miner because it's producing twice the amount that the... Oh, we actually made that ladder. It's producing twice the amount that the conveyors are fast enough to transport, so we don't need you anymore, my little friend. Oh, we haven't actually unlocked the overclocking yet. We had to wait for the ship to come back, so Either way, that's great stuff. We've got plenty of, well, not plenty of stuff automated, but we've started getting things automated. So I'm just going to process up all this. Let's do the research first, so we know what we need. Okay, so that's given us a whole bunch of iron rods. I haven't made any plates because we have them automated now, so that will easily allow us to finish the research. I also made some screws up because now we're going to need some more reinforced iron plates to make constructors. Okay, so our research is doing. It's finished. So it requires more.
Additional samples are required for R&D to continue developing a defense-oriented blueprint. The creature has been named Phacocoirus plumiuscata, or fluffy-tailed hog.
It's a very cute name for such an angry animal. So yeah, we need 3 more of those to go to the next point of research, which will then unlock us a technology, which will give us some kind of defense. But we now have overclocking, which means we can optimize our power a little bit by turning down the miner. As you can see here, it's producing 120 per minute, which is, as I say, twice the amount that the conveyor belts can transport. So we can put this down to 50%, and now it's producing 60 per minute, and we're using much less power. If you see here, we're using 5 megawatts for 100%. But 50%, we're not using 2.5 megawatts, we're using 1.6, so it's very much worth it. Which basically means our biofuel will last longer, and we won't have to go foraging as often, even though it's quite easy in this biome, because there is a lot of stuff to be collected for fuel. So, back to the shopping mall. I want 2 constructors to be building iron plates, because it's quite slow with just one, and we will optimize the power on all of those as well once we have them all fitted together. So let's bring up a constructor. Might hotbar this as well actually as 6. Hold down control to line them up. Not worried about space between these. So whilst we're here, we'll put down 2 for iron rods as well. There we are. So let's put some power poles in. We've got 1 there for these 2. Put another one here for these 2. So these can be in their own chain. We won't have anything else connecting to these. Oh yeah, we connect this one up as well. Okay, so these are now all linked into the main spine. We just have to configure them and hook them up. So we want to put in a merger so we can amalgamate 2 machines worth of plates into 1 box. So let's go ahead and do that now. Shorten this down. It's going to be in the bushes still till we get the chainsaw. Let's get our merger and put it about here. I want to keep it fairly to the right of the space we have to put these things in, otherwise we're going to run out quickly. So if we put that there, our conveyor going into there, and we'll get another pole. Let's see, is that over the path? Yeah, it is over the path. Sorry, it's jumping about. Yeah, the path we're considering is here underneath. Oh, it's because we removed the second pole. That might be tricky to get under now, so I think we'll have to redo this. Okay, got a plan, said Baldric. Is that the right orientation? Okay, so 1 there. One here. Is that too steep? Yes. One, 2. There we go. Don't want it too high. connected correctly? Yeah. Oh, that's too steep as well. Need to give it a bit more room to maneuver. Where are we coming from? Yeah, it's tricky. Let's jump down to here. Hopefully not die. Oh, did a little bit. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, it's definitely a challenge to get your orientation. But we like a challenge. Is that the right way? No, that's the wrong way. Oh, it's because we came from a conveyor pole, so we have to delete that. That sets its direction. If you stand on the edge of the conveyor belt, you won't go along with it. If you stand on it, then obviously you will. So that's one connected. Let's connect the other one up. Let's put basically let's have them side by side essentially. Oh, not that way. Do it correctly. What's the encroaching? Wish it would show me. Oh, is it tower? We can move that, no problem. Yes, it was. Okay, so won't go quite as far forward as that one, seeing as the mouth is a bit closer for this side of the merger. And boom. So that's the feeds to them all. Let's configure this to actually make iron plates. Is that everything okay? Yeah. And now we need to feed it, which let's just check here. So 15 per minute, 15 per minute. So we want all 30 per minute of this smelter's worth split into two. So we can actually put a splitter in the middle of the bridge conveyor here, so we can just plonk that there. We'll put another pole in here. Not get too close. Let's get about here. And down into there. And there we are. So this should be able to constantly build. Okay. Okay, that's a great start for our plates. Might have to move this power pole now. Yeah, let's do that now. Let's put it here. There we are. Nice bit of space to come through now. Okay, so let's go back up on the tower and see what this looks like. The dreaded tower. So useful but so dangerous. Okay, not looking too bad. Did we? Oh yes, we had to put the route back in to feed the mall itself. That's one thing I forgot. Oh my goodness. So dodgy. But we can put a landing pad so we can just jump off of that in the near future once we've researched it. There we go. Okay, so that's iron plates being fed to the shop, to the mini mall. Okay, so that's looking pretty decent. We need to do the same again with the other two constructors to make iron rods for us, and they will come in and around and into there. So yeah, I think that will be it for this episode. Sorry if I am sounding slow today, it's early morning and it was a long night, but yeah, I'm still very much enjoying the start of this, and I'm sure it's going to get crazy before long. There's lots of space out there. I'm very appreciative of that. But yeah, we've got some decent research on the go. Got our green power slug, and all looking pretty decent. So yes, thanks for joining me in this early access of Satisfactory series, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.